Financial literacy and financial education has no boundaries, has no borders. And so whether you're in the nation's financial capital or the world's financial capital, or you're in a small town, a rural town across the country, it's important to understand your own ability to manage your life. And finances are a vital component of your life.
Because a lot of my friends I know, they didn't really know much about budgeting or getting loans. And when I asked them what their plans were, they really had no clue what was really going on.
Financial literacy and learning how to manage your money is a learned behavior. None of us are born knowing quite how to do it.
I think students today have a difficult task ahead of them. It's just absolutely crucial that they be savvy consumers. In our society, we continually think that we need to have everything at a moment's notice, so we use lots of credit, we have credit card debt.
We see people buy all the fancy things, so we want to be just like them.
Because most of the celebrities that we do look up to are spending their money in outrageous ways, like buying new cars.
There will be times where I'll be like, I don't really need this. It's just something that I want.
I mean, even when you have your first job at 16, you've got to know how you balance your budget and how you manage your money. So I think today there's a real recognition. Having that foundation at a very early age will only help you as you begin to work.
I know here in Nebraska, we have our Nebraska State Standards for economics. We dictate that all schools provide personal finance and economics training, K-12, in all of our school districts.
Welcome to Wausa Public Schools, Wausa High School. We are a small school in northeast Nebraska. For our school district, financial literacy is important. It enables students to be successful when they leave this building. It's important that our kids, even though they are coming from a small community and a small high school, have that content knowledge.
I start the whole year out and we're going to study these 7 components to every personal financial plan. I don't think there's very many of them getting that discussion at home.
I think the most important part is the budgeting process, because as I get to college next year, money's going to be really tight, obviously.
I farm, so I have to put taxes in every year. Last year I placed in taxes. I really had no idea what I was doing. But this past year, I put in taxes and I did everything right the first time. It was a lot less stressful. This year just kind of glued all the dots together for me, so I knew what I was talking about.
These are the things that students need to know. This is what industry and employers are looking for. Let's bridge that gap. WISE is the perfect way to bridge that gap.
The WISE certification in schools across America, I think is just so smart because it's giving a really broad understanding of what children need in order to make really good financial decisions.
It's a culminating exam for them where they get to prove to themselves and to others how much they have learned about how to plan their financial future.
I immediately got on the phone and started calling David Anderson and saying, how do I get this? What do we do this? I have this many schools. I need to see this in every single one of my schools across the city in the CTE program.
I think one, it's a sense of accomplishment for the students. They understand that they've mastered the financial courses that they've taken.
An actual piece of paper from a certifying body that you can take and put in your portfolio. You can't beat that.
We cover 12 career and technical education programs, the most of any New York City school. Having the WISE financial literacy program at Edison and merging it and supporting it through CTE is amazing because it gets to balance both sides. WISE just adds another layer to it that complements it very well.
They give us all support that we need.
The online program, the testing.
Technical support that we can go to.
Workshops they offer throughout the year, the pre-test leading up to the WISE certification tests.
So it does make it easier for us to teach the subjects that we need to teach.
I actually shared it with my mom. For one of her cars, she was paying almost 15% on her interest. She didn't realize. When I explained it to her, like what was going on, she finally looked into it and we got a brand new car. I'm still in high school and it's helping me big time where I'm able to tell other people about what I learned already.
What I also like about the WISE program is that they recognize schools and they recognize students, and I think that's key.
At Voya Financial, we sponsor programs like the WISE 100 Best program to make sure that kids have what they need to grow up to be successful.
We feel that the WISE financial literacy program makes a significant difference for young people. These top schools are great examples of how effective the WISE financial literacy program is.
It means that I'm getting something across to the students and the teachers that financial literacy is important.
As a very small school, we can get isolated at times. In the WISE Financial Literacy Program, it gives our kids a confident feeling that, hey, I can go out there and I can compete with people for employment, for college. It reinforced the positive things that we're doing here.
But when I get to college, I know 100% that I'm going to need to use this.
Because it really helps. And when I say that, it really does.
Actually, when I look at the financial news, I kind of understand it unlike before.
This is not just something that will help you, this is essential for you to be successful.